Do your research. You know what, y'all? I don't have time to talk about Officer Jackson merch store, but please still stop by. I got too much on my mind, y'all. I wish people would just use common sense. I'm not talking about black people because there's no hope for black people. There's no hope at all for people of African descent. I'm talking about to the regular common folk. Use common sense. There is a viral video that's going around that, once again, is showing a black person, this time a black woman, being mistreated by this so-called white mob. Okay, so the story goes is that this innocent black woman was crowded and antagonized by this white mob for no reason. If you take nothing else away from what I say, take this here, y'all. If something is too juicy, if it melts in your mouth too easily, it tastes too good, there's something up with it. There's more to this story than they're putting on, and I know this because it happens every single time. Every time they put out a viral video and I do my research, me and my Officer Jackson crew, we do our research, we find out that there's way more to the story. I'm so sick of black people, y'all. I just wish I could do away with about 99.9% of y'all, except for the coons like me. So, okay, I'm going to show you a little bit of this now. So this story goes, right? Now, this is what they're trying to put out there. They're trying to say that this black woman was minding her own business. She was with her 2 kids. She's a great mom. And this mob attacks her for no reason. They're just being racist towards her. And they start screaming back and forth, back with each other. And then a white cop comes and knocks her out. So now, okay, here we go. Oh, here's another case of, white supremacy, white people. And let me tell you something, y'all. Every single time, there's not one time that I can think of where a black person didn't cause the problem. They didn't start the problem, okay? It happens every single time. So here's the real story. Here's what the Officer Jackson crew found out. Here's the real story that happened. Okay, so here we go. This black woman has her 2 kids. She's in this shopping center, and she's approached by this nice lady who compliments her on her kids. She says that your kids are so clean. I don't see nothing wrong with that. There's nothing racist about that. Most black people keep their kids dirty, especially in the hood. She compliments her kids on being clean. And then she offers her a job. This so-called evil white supremacist lady offers this black woman a job. And mind you, if you look at the black woman, you can tell she has maybe a 3rd grade education and no father in the home. She offers her a job. And not only does she refuse the job, but then she gets rude with the lady. She starts spewing out all kind of racist venom and cursing and going off on her. And you can tell the lady's what happened? Where did this go wrong? And if I was there, I would have told her you're dealing with the black person. That's where you went wrong. You should have left the black ass there. Her husband is right behind her. So now, me in this situation, if that's my wife, if you're talking to my beautiful white wife like that, who I put on a pedestal, I would have stepped to her and I probably would have did worse. I'd have gave it that work. So the husband, doing what he's supposed to do, confronts this ignorant black animal and says, why are you talking to my wife this way? That this is my wife. And so the black woman now gets in his face and starts spewing venom at him. And I want you to see this now, as she's spewing her venom, a piece of spit flies off and hits him on the chest. Now, I'm a former police officer. If any part of you touches another person, whether it be spit, a piece of snot, a finger, whatever, if something leaves your body and hits another person, that's considered assault. So this man had every right to defend himself and defend his wife. So the spit flies out and hits him on the chest. He slaps her. Okay. Justifiably so. I would have cleaned. I would have turned the TV off. I would have cleaned the clock. So he slaps her, and she retaliates by balling her fist up and knocking him clean out. She turned his lights out. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Knocks him out cold. Now here's the difference. This man, when he slapped her, he didn't slap her with the intent of hurting her or damaging her. Okay, he slapped her to keep her away from him and his wife. He was defending himself. This black animal punched him with the intent of knocking him out. She threw that punch with some bad intentions. She wanted to hurt him. And mind you, when he fell out, he got a concussion. He had to go to the hospital. But see, the liberal media is not going to show you that. He had to go to the hospital. He was concussed. Now the wife is frantic. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Because now the black lady starts charging towards her. And that's when the mob says, hey, enough is enough. You need to stop. You need to calm down. She's going back and forth with everybody. And that's when the cop comes. Now, here's what they don't show you also. The cop comes and she starts to charge the cop. The officer tells her, he says, ma'am, stand down. And being an officer, I can tell you by law, when an officer gives you a command, you have less than a millisecond to comply. If you don't comply instantaneously as it comes out of his mouth, you are going to get dealt with. And that's what he did. He clocked her, knocked her out, justifiably so. She got what she deserved. If it was me, I would have put an extra little stank on it and I would have stomped her out. Old dog style, menace to society. That's back when I was in the streets, y'all. Stop falling for the narrative that it's white supremacy, that it's white people, when it's black people. It's people of African descent every single time. When you watch my channel, you know what you're going to get. It's not my job to report successful black people or positive black stories, unless it's these people. My job is to report the negative. My job is to debunk any type of fact that a black person has been done wrong, because it's not a fact. It is a narrative. Black people are evil. Black people are the worst. They're despicable. And I'm ashamed of my black skin. When I get enough money, I'm going to Michael Jackson myself. Nose job and all. So me and my wife can really match. So that's the facts, y'all. This black animal was in the wrong. The husband defended him and his wife. And she got what she deserved. And that's the bottom line, because Officer Jackson said so.